start streaming this, and we will go ahead and start with what the president's got.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Sorry for the little bit of confusion on the time start of the meeting. We had time change, and we're getting things a little bit ironed out, but I think we have it set now. So
yeah. So
good.
now whatever is in Discord is accurate, and it should always be 5 p.m. GMT. That's what we've set the calendar to, because our guys in Ghana don't change. We just decided to set the calendar event to that, and then because see, this is the problem too, Salam and Benny, you might not realize, is that the state that Elaina lives in, Oregon, the state that Luke lives in, Washington, the state that we live in, or are supposed to live in, is Nevada, and we all observe the time change. But Danny, the state that he lives in, Arizona, they don't do the time change.
Okay.
So that adds to the confusion as to what time we're actually meeting. So we have it now. We have GMT 5 or GMT 0, which at 5 p.m., which it works, I think, for everybody. Yeah. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Thank you guys again. I want to start off with some good news. We received a $400 donation from Boeing. We got it in the mail last week, so that is awesome. That is wonderful. Pretty sure it's due to a couple friends of ours that we know. One of them works for Boeing, and so, but yeah, so that was great. I made a donation, and
yeah, and actually they did one really cool thing too. What's the name of the company that you signed up for?
It's called Blackbaud, I think, BAUD, and it's not necessarily like a charity navigator, but Boeing works with this Blackbaud. I don't know if it's a company, organization, and it's a network of people to learn about other nonprofit organizations, to volunteer with them, and to donate to them. So now that we got that donation from Boeing, I went on and I made a profile, and I'll be able to see who actually made the donation for sure. And then other people will be able to look on this platform and be able to find us to volunteer or to donate as well.
Yeah, so that's super cool that it could lead to more large companies beyond Boeing who are able to contribute to our cause, which is great. And we still have to talk with our friends more who made the donation, but this was a great start, and hopefully there's a charitable opportunity there for us to do some more fundraising in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's awesome. All right, let's see. Key actions for the agenda. Elaina and I have some things that we need to work on with the December conference coming up. I've enlisted Daniel. He is helping me on finding a home, a house, a venue for the conference in December. And then Elaina, I will need you to please send out the meeting notice. I know we're kind of waiting on dates, but I'm thinking we can do December 23rd to 30th. That's when Luke and Haley will be in Arizona, and then you and Jeff will be around somewhere within those dates, correct?
Yes, I put in my time off request for the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th, the whole, like that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. But it's still, my supervisor, I think, looked at it, but we haven't really had the whole, like, what the newbie vacation schedule Christmas time looks like yet. But we're doing one-on-one meetings this week, so I might just be like, hey, I'm just wondering, like, when I might know for sure, if you have specific protocol. Like, we haven't really talked about it, but I'd like to buy my tickets sooner rather than later. Yeah. So as soon as you can get me like a yay or nay, either way, I can plan for it. So
yeah, no, that's great. And I think, Elaina, to your benefit, to already get that out there in whatever kind of formal request you can, is better. Like Luke kind of had somebody who jumped the gun on him a bit. Whereas if you can say, even if you're new, the first before all the new people, it still gives you a better shot if there's an opportunity.
Right.
So good job getting it out there, and thanks for letting us know and keeping us posted on that.
Yeah, and if you need something for your work, I know we've done this for Haley in the past, just kind of like submitted a letter to her employee saying that we needed her at this conference for X, Y, and Z reasons. So if you should need something like that, just let us know and we can do that for you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so we'll have to send out the meeting notice and then maybe later it talks about the policy. No, it talks about it here too. So, let's see, follow up. Elaina, the board meeting announcement in Smiley for signatures, and then also the operational mandate policy statement, that will need to be sent out in Smiley for signatures as well. And just let Papa or I know if you have any questions for that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Elaina, just to go back one more minute on the conference dates, we're gonna book the 23rd through the 30th, and then figure out from there if you have challenges. But I think those look like the highest probability of dates, and if we find something, we'll book it and then adjust accordingly.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, finance, strategic investment outlook. I know that's due in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Need to
Yeah, so there's nothing specific there. I did want to show something from last week's meeting that I didn't get a chance to show. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully you'll be able to see this image that I'm showing now. Can anyone see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So I just wanted to show this simple bar graph, and I know this is probably all that anybody cared about what I spoke about last week, but the important stuff was compliance is good, and is what this shows is the first chart shows our combined food, medical, and shelter budgets and the actual account balances. So the green bar is what we've actually spent. The gray bar is, or tan bar, I guess I should say, is the allocated budget, and then the purple bar was the targeted budget. So you can see that we're over in our food, our medical, and our shelter for the year, which is good because we're here to create happy, and the only way that we do is essentially by spending money. And so that's important. And then if you look down at this second chart, you'll see these are purchase invoices by item. So these are the different groups. So this is food event for Ghana and food event for the US. So you can see this is where we are, over 16,000 on the food events in Ghana, and just under 6,000 on US food events. When it comes to medical, again, you can see here the Ghana is right around just over 16,000, where medical events here in the US are more difficult for us. You're seeing a lot lower, less than 1,000. These tend to be more like our hygiene bags and those types of things, which we really haven't done any events like that in the US at this time, but we did exceed our medical events for the year already, and that does include Project 75, which the purchase invoice has been paid for. So these are the remaining. This includes all of the final projects, with the exception of possibly one for the end of the year, through the end of the year. So then we can look at shelter events. You can see here in Ghana under around 2,000, and our shelter events here in the U.S. were just over 6,000. So this kind of gives you an idea of what the distribution looks like as a whole for our pillars, if we, our pillars of effort, if you will, or our areas of focus: food, medical, and shelter. And then it shows the breakdown by the country. And I'll let the president will talk about another opportunity that we've come upon a little later. But this is where we stand, and this is why we have no issues with compliance. We're essentially over on all of these. But again, as I look at where we are strategically, I'm hoping that we've done well on our income for the year and have offset a lot of this through investment income. We will see where that is as I wrap up that reporting strategic investment outlook, which I have due on the 23rd of November. And yeah, so yeah, I can go ahead and stop sharing. If anybody has any questions, I can leave this up for just a second. If you do, feel free to send up an emoji or a hand raise or whatever, or I'll just move on. If you have questions, please feel free to interrupt or ask them now. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop presenting, and we'll go back to this. We should be good. Okay, go ahead
Awesome.
with what you got. Yeah.
And then the data for the comms, preparing the generic.
Salam, you have a question.
No, that's a mistake.
Oh, it's okay. It's good you did to test it. No problem. I'm glad that we know how to do that. I personally don't even know how to do that. I guess that's clicking the hand. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great, great. So if we have questions in the future, I think that's a good way to do it, and then we'll be sure to answer any questions. So great. We'll
Awesome.
continue on. Thanks.
Let's see, prepare to generate specific data charts for Benny's look back reel as soon as Salam confirms data entry is complete.
Yeah.
How is that, the medical data entry coming for Project 29, Salam?
Yes, we are just left with about 400 to finish,
Okay.
which can be entered within a day. So I think tomorrow or Tuesday will be done.
Okay.
Yes,
And
and
that's sorry, just to be clear, that's Project 29, correct?
yes, yes, correct.
Okay, great.
Yes,
And then the additional data you expect by the end of the week?
yes,
The
because
additional,
those events were not really big compared to Project 29 was the one that took place in Business Senior High School, where we had a lot of the students, the whole school. I think the school was closed down the whole of that day for us.
uh-huh.
So that accounts for the huge numbers for
Yeah.
that event.
Yeah, great job getting them entered. And I did go ahead, I think probably as you saw in Discord, I cleaned that data up. So it's all project number 29 specific. I also added the country of Ghana if it was left off and submitted them. So they're in the reports that I provided out there for you to see. And also I made a change, a software change to the form that gets data entered. I require the field of the country so that that's always set. And I also made the change so the project number can be looked up and selected from the drop down.
Yeah, I had a look at it, and it looks very good.
Awesome.
Good. If you need something more like this or something else that I can do to help, please let me know.
Okay.
And do you know the other project numbers offhand, Salam or Ben?
No, I don't know them offhand, but I know where those projects took place. So I'll just look at them.
Okay. And there was two others, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe Salam, just so we can track what's coming in, if you could just drop those two projects in Discord.
Okay. Okay.
Then or the remaining, if they're two or three or there's a one or whatever it is, the remaining, just drop them the project numbers all in Discord, and then we'll be able to track those projects a bit better for the medical data entry.
All right. I'll do that.
Great.
Awesome.
I think there are two, Tamale Girls and business, Northern Business School. That's Nobi School.
Okay. Great.
Perfect. All right, let's see. Next, we have the bank account status update on that. The written letter we are hoping to get from the social welfare department this week. And once we have that,
Yes.
once we have that letter, then we can continue and open up the
Yes, please.
And then, sorry, Salam, I want to make sure that, in the process of moving brokerages and moving back to Fidelity, as you know that we're doing, not all the funds have hit yet. So I was able to pay wages in crypto based on our Gemini balance because that didn't change. But is what I need to know on the bank account is how much are you expecting that we need to do the initial open? And can I just send that to you personally as USDC, or do I do a deposit or a wire transfer, or how do I go about funding the bank account once it's open, and how much do I need?
Um, they were requiring that we put between thousand. So $1,000 is the minimum. We can put in it. $1,000 is the minimum. We can put in um, any amount beyond that, but it has to be in CD equivalents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are trying to. So the Bank of Ghana has come up with a policy that no organization, even especially international organizations that wish to hold dollars that is in large quantities, those dollars are held at the Bank of Ghana, and their accounts are denominated in cities because they are trying to regulate the readily availability of the dollar in the Ghanaian markets, which usually uh, leads to the depreciation of the cedi.
Right.
Because there are times that when they allow people to hold dollars in their accounts with the commercial banks and um, savings and loans, microfinance companies, a lot of people tend to spend it even in dollars within the
Ah,
country.
I see.
Yes, and it is common when you get to Ghana, you see that it's even our hospitality industry, even some properties you want to buy, even to an extent cars that you want to buy, people will just quote in dollars. So the government is trying to fight down that.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so just so you know, when we do want to open that account, we do want it to only hold CD. And so I just needed to know the US dollar equivalent and then how I will make that. It probably, I mean, it might make sense to take the time to do the international wire because we will probably be doing them going forward. So this could be a setup in a reoccurring way for us to move money to the Ghana bank account for payments that we might do that way. I don't really know what your thoughts are on that.
Yes. So for the initial deposits, because it is required to activate the account, maybe we can just you can send USDC um, dollar equivalent to me. I will
Uh-huh.
put that, and the rest of the transactions, we can find a better medium to just be paying, moving funds directly from the
Okay.
organization to the organization's accounts in Ghana,
Okay.
because the accounts would be controlled by you and the president.
Right. Right,
Yeah.
and we'll be able to control that through the website, correct?
Yes, yes, they have an application through which you can control that.
Okay. Great. And so just so
Yes.
you know, so there'll be if maybe from the president should verify this, and obviously Daniel as well, but there should be three signers on the account from the U.S. That would be the CEO, the president, Abbie. That'd be myself as the CFO, and that would be Daniel as the vice president. And then there would be
Okay.
you, and then there would be you, I think, through the power of attorney. Is that how it works? Or is it just that we set the three of us up?
Yes. So the first time I asked that, I actually told the bank that the the people to control the accounts were all in the US, and they said
Okay.
it was doable.
Oh, okay.
So I think there's a truth you can control
Yeah.
that.
Okay, that's great. If we can do it just with the three of us, then that's really all we need anyhow. So that works out perfect. And so I will plan on sending you between 12 and 1500 USDC that you will then convert to CD and open the account on the organization's behalf.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I have the 12 to 1500 USDC in the Gemini account that I can send you pretty quickly. So if there is a need to do that either this week or next week, just let me know.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Great.
And we talked about the medical data entry already for Project 29. And then the medical data entry final event status update on the outstanding events data. But that's, we just
discussed that. Yep. Salam's going to post the projects that are remaining, their numbers, so we can better track those. And he said there wasn't much, as much data as there was with 29. So that's good.
Okay, awesome. Project 75 prep, confirm plan for partner nonprofit office visits. I think Salam, you had said a couple of them are going to visit the office this week.
Yes. So we're expecting. We invite as many as possible to visit the office this week for further discussions and confirmation of participation, and if some of them can come on board with some resources as well.
Great. And then also, Salam, you were going to take medical professionals this week as well to discuss their support and volunteerism. Is that correct?
Yes. So we're actually thinking that because we sent out the promotion uh, just this weekend, we're thinking that towards the weekend we send out another reminder, and that one will specifically be calling on nurses or health professionals within Tamale to visit the office and come and register as volunteers, etc. We already have some in the group, which we would we plan to post there so that those who have joined the community from within Tamale can visit the office to register as give basic needs volunteers.
Great. And then you're going to work with Benny on that with regards to what needs to happen for the sign up and that, because Benny, you'll be in the office as well.
Yes.
Yes.
He's currently in the office as we speak.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. That sounds great. And let us know if you need something. Now, Salam, one question I did have was I feel that we need it. Maybe others can comment on just a general waiver for our volunteers to sign, saying that they don't hold Give Basic Needs responsible for any injury that they might incur while being a volunteer, kind of thing. How does that work culturally? Would that be normal? Would that how would that be received?
Okay, so I haven't thought around it. Yeah, maybe I will ask someone that I think Ben have a friend who just resigned from an NGO that used to have a lot of volunteers. I'll ask him and get his opinion, the kind of engagement they used to have with their volunteers.
Okay.
I feel there should be something that just spells out sometimes.
Yeah. And I can definitely put that letter together with the Presidente's help if you want that. I just feel that there should be some understanding, even around compensation, that there's not a
Yeah,
misunderstanding that said, they thought they were going to get 100 US
something.
equivalent, and turns out that this is a volunteer position. Just so I think it would make it feel a little more um, formal too as a volunteer. I personally would like to see that um, they're taking my effort seriously and are making sure that there's good communication between myself as a volunteer and the organization. So I'm happy to write and create that, um, or take a document maybe that Ben or you can come up with, turn it into a PDF, and we can modify it for Give Basic Needs. We can do that as well. Or I can just create one from scratch. But I think just a very simple one-page document, and then we can just have them sign it. We could even have them sign it online. We could put it. I could do a web form, and we could ask them to check a box and agree. Yeah, and then we have it all in Smiley, which is kind of nice. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Benny or Salam, or even Elaina and Daniel, or the president. Anyone, please.
I think it's a good idea. There should be some clarity, and sometimes, yeah.
Okay. And I think,
Yeah.
if I look back to our website for applying for volunteer positions, we had some of that laid out. Remember, we had the happy volunteer job description, and so maybe we can modify that, in that language in there already, to make an agreement. I'll go ahead and take the action item on that, and I'll create that within Smiley, unless um, just a one-page, check a box, type your name. This is what you agree to. Something for every volunteer to read and adhere to, so that we know that where everyone stands. I'll go ahead and take that action item to do that. And I'd like some input from Daniel. What do you think?
I think that's good.
Yeah, then it'll be in Smiley. We'll have it in one place. We won't be trying to scan paper documents and then where to put them and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
okay, Elaina, what do you think?
Can you repeat the question for me?
Yeah, no, my question was, some type of a volunteer agreement should be created and stored in Smiley for all of our medical volunteers, or actually all of our volunteers, whether they're collecting email addresses for us or helping Benny with photography. Anybody who is going to be a volunteer should probably just go to a simple agreement, that states that holds us essentially as an organization harmless from anything that they might encounter, and then store that in Smiley so that we have that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. I mean, that's typical in the U.S. for sure. To sign some type of a waiver, when you volunteer. Benny, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's good so that expectations are clear on what we are doing. So I think it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And then Salam, do you have anything more on it?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, great. And I think it'll be a way for us to collect, maybe their email or their contact information too, if we want to reach out to them, or maybe we identify someone who is going to be a future mentee or something like this. We'll have some more information on them, contact it, phone number or something that we could reach out to them. Residue, do you have anything on that?
No, I think it's good. I think it's something that we need to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll take that action item. Great. We can continue. Thanks.
Oh, perfect. Let's see. The borehole project status follow-up with the mayor MCE after the rains.
Yep. So that's just pending.
Pending. Communications. The look back reel status of the medical event reel. I think that's still pending on your charts and the data.
Yeah. So Benny, I don't know. I think you guys are working on the specific look back reel that you're going to create. I don't know if you have a project number. yet. When you do, I'll be able to create a chart for you. I just dropped that one in so you could kind of see what it might look like.
Yeah. So I think looking back at our project, we were considering 43 because
43.
it was a yes, it happened in an open place in manufacturing markets.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I think the turnout there was good and the coverage there was good as well. So I think it might be the best fit for what we want to do.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm looking at 43 data right now, and I do see something that I like in the data, and that's that we identified HIV cases, 17 of those in that project as
Mhm.
well. So I think that will help with the communication uh, that we are testing for HIV, and these were the results, and so I think that's a good one to use.
All right, sure.
And I'll probably I might create the image a different way, but I'll plan on using 43. Do you want me to go ahead and create a better chart than what you see now, or is 43 still in question? As that'll be the project that we use.
It will be 40. Yeah, I think we'll be using 43.
Okay, great. So
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take the action item to create that graph a little bit better, so it's a little bit cleaner, and then I'll get you probably just a PNG file, or maybe I'll send you something that's shared in Canva. I'm not sure where I'll create it, but I'll create it in and get that to you as that file. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia article, status update on the submission, pending promotional media posts going live.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
guess
So
maybe Benny, you could comment on that just for the record, kind of.
yes. So I think we have two independent reports now
Uh-huh.
from the media outlets, which all looks good.
Okay.
So yes, if we're able to have one more, I'm sure we are good to submit. Because I don't know from Salam if the budget can still cater for one more post. But if that does, I think it will just be a plus. We would have when that is rolled out, then we submit a draft. Yeah.
Okay. So Salam, do you have a comment on the remaining budget then for the media house post to get us to that goal of establishing a Wikipedia page?
Yes, I think we are still good on the budget.
Okay. So Benny, you think you're gonna get what you need, and you're expecting a Wikipedia draft post by when? Do you think?
So depending on when the last one, I'm sure probably after the event,
Uh-huh.
if we could have one more posted, and the event will be on 22nd. So that means by December, early December, we should have the draft submitted.
Great. Great,
Yes.
great. So early December after the current, I can't remember, is it 75 or 79?
Yes. 75.
75. Yeah, once 75 completes, Salam will
Yes.
get some news related posts to that, and then we'll use those as references and be able to move forward. Now, one question I had for you, Benny, is do we have do we I know that we we have to get established to publish our Wikipedia page. But for us to remain current, if you will, for AI search engines to pick us up, etc., is that something we'll need to budget for a media post from a third party on a quarterly basis, or is it nothing we have to worry about?
Um. So I think with the posts we are currently having from the other media houses,
Uh-huh.
um, I could test that even on ChatGPT. I needed, I just I think last week I asked it to talk about something, and it referenced me to Ghana Web article about Give Basic Needs.
Ah, beautiful.
Yes, so that means even with the Ghanaian media houses publishing about us, it's beginning to get picked up by. So they now the important thing next is about the cross links,
Yeah.
so that even when someone goes through that, he can easily identify our website. But for
Right.
now, with the name Give Basic Needs out there, when someone searches even on um, AI models,
Uh-huh.
it begins linking them to some articles that mention us online.
Great. Great. And
Yeah.
so I guess my question for you is, did our efforts with our, if we didn't really have a budget for SEO
Yes.
development in the past where we were um, doing ads or promotions on a regular basis to promote our site. Do you see a quarterly type media response being required as we start to look to the 26 budget? Or is that something that you think we're established and the double link will essentially identify that we're valid through whatever means the media houses today, and then they'll index our site and be able to pull in? Or do you think that we still need this media coverage in 26? And what should the budget look like?
Um. Okay. So from our initial discussions, this we were looking at was for the purpose of the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yes, but beyond that, I think we can still have that. Though I've not well thought of that, we can have ways of looking at that as well.
Okay.
But I believe that what we currently have would be good just for the Wikipedia, and the Wikipedia too will help in a lot of instances, just like when someone searches us on some other AI
Yeah.
chats. So I would say we can have a look at how the Wikipedia is set up, and after that we see if we can have a budget to then go further.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
because once we have it, we could, hopefully the Wikipedia page will be able to elaborate on all of our pillars of effort, the food, the shelter, and the medical, and the fact that
Yeah.
those are there. So maybe individual stories will allow us to build out those areas more. But let's think about the budget, Benny, that you would want to see for the 2026 year when it comes to media outlet posts to not only maintain our stability in the Wikipedia space, but also get our content out there through other AI channels as people move more towards that. Salam, also, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that right now, but please work with Benny on that to discuss what your efforts are and what you want 20 to 26 to look like for that.
Yeah. All right. I think would have a look at that. And
Great. Great.
yeah.
Because, and I think the other thing to keep in mind, Benny, is that because you're our communications guy and kind of our marketing lead at this point, because you are driving all of these media posts and communications, I think is what I'd like to see from the financial side between you and Salam is some type of small proposal. Doesn't need to be very formal, but just states in 2026 what you hope to do from media houses as far as dollar amounts, and then also what you want to do with our only other outlet to this point for any media expenses have been through Facebook. So then a, a two-line proposal, one that says in 2026, we'd like to do X number of dollars in the formal media house posts, resulting in X number of posts, and then the same type of line or table for Facebook expenses, how many dollars you'd like to see, and how many posts you'd like to see boosted. Does that seem okay for both of you?
Yeah. I think that will give us a clear guide on
Yeah.
how we approach the visibility of the organization going forward. Yeah. So I think it's good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I equally just like Ben's last words for the visibility of your organization and to really carry Ghanaians and the whole world along with what we do. I think it's important that we continue. I would have wished that for every event we will do next year, we'll get the media to post about it, and for maybe some interesting engagements or papers like what you wrote, we should get the media publish that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think is what you should both as you discuss this in the office in the days to come and to lay it out. I think um this year I think we've spent to date, and I need to still share the document from that I posted on last year. But if you go back to the video of last week, I believe we spent about 5,500 US on media house production and advertisements for this year. So if you kind of took that same budget of $5,000, how would you break it down? So to Salam's point, after each event, maybe that's a news story, which costs X number of dollars in US. And so we budget for that. And then uh, Benny, maybe you say, we're really seeing a big impact by boosting social media posts, social media followings, because remember those are essentially free ads, free people following us, and beneficial. Maybe you say, okay, if we're going to boost everyone at $1, this is how much we're going to need, $14 per event, and then kind of just talk that through and make that proposal and that pitch. I think to the Presidio, and then I will look at the budget for and roll that into 26. But I agree with Salam that if we think that the media houses are getting us more attention and more followers on our social media, then that's where we should put our dollars and not necessarily into Facebook ads or even Instagram ads or LinkedIn ads. I feel that those should also be maybe line items or included in the proposal so that we know that we're still focused on Facebook versus maybe shifting gears towards LinkedIn or the like. So yeah, if you guys want to put that proposal together, I think if we could see that here maybe in the next couple of weeks, that would be great because then we can begin budgeting for 26 as that'll be a key area of focus going into the conference in December.
So that's an action item for Ben and
Yeah,
Salam.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, please make that an action item. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
Great,
Let's
great,
see.
great work, guys. We appreciate all of it.
All right, sure.
And the first promotional post for Project 25 went live this weekend. Is that correct?
I believe
Confirmed?
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
the media post, yeah, was
Okay.
confirmed. Yeah.
Perfect.
How did that
Yeah,
go over, Benny or Salam? Do you have any feedback?
yeah. So Star FM Online posted it, but Star FM also have a television station called GH1 TV, very popular TV station in Ghana.
Uh-huh.
That have so beyond Star TV posting it on their portal, GH1 TV also shared it on Facebook, Twitter, and I think um, Instagram,
Okay.
X, not Twitter. Yeah, but I haven't the whole of today. I've not cross checked to see the comments and following.
Uh-huh.
I think yes, about yesterday, as at the time they shared the link with me.
Uh-huh.
I went on Facebook and I saw that about 5 people have left comments, but those comments were kind of hidden because I think the TV station have a standard for their media platform. If you,
Yeah,
I don't know if they were negative,
yeah, I think
they were
some
all
of the
negative.
comments were like spam comments,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
people advertising their businesses under the post. So Facebook considers those comments irrelevant, so they don't show them when someone clicks on the comment section.
I see. I see.
Yeah, over here, people like to do that when a post is made and some believe that people would be coming through the comment section to read, they quickly come to make advertisements of their products, what they sell, and they leave their contacts there so that people can reach out to them.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Right. And so so that's good. So we definitely got some exposure there. Salam, did you say that there was some coverage on the television as well, portion of their media house?
No, is the television's social media handles.
Aha.
Yeah, that
Oh,
posted the story.
I see. Okay, great, great. So yeah, we definitely want to get out there. And Benny, I'm sure you're following these as best you can to just make sure, not necessarily, I know the Army, the Army isn't maybe needed at this point for those, but just so that you're following and at least making sure you're giving some kudos for them following or for them commenting on the story that are positive and the like. So that's good. And Salam, you were able to do that for a reasonable amount of the budget.
Yes, that cost me that cost me almost $500, 5,006 or $500.
Aha. Okay.
Um, yeah, I also so when the TV station shared it, I reached out to the admin of the TV station social media platforms, and we're in discussion. I'm trying to see going forward. Hopefully, in 2026, we can get them to cover our events live on television in Ghana.
Aha. Wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
and
Yeah, kind of
I,
like
I
news
yielded.
as it happens.
Yeah, yeah, it will happen.
Uh-huh. That's great. Yeah,
I think
that would be
it's the
a
third
great opportunity.
is the third most popular and leading television station in Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, that's incredible work. Great job on that, Salam.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, great
You're
work.
welcome.
Great work. I'm gonna celebrate that for sure.
Good job.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, where are we at?
I did happen to look, and I don't know, this kind of goes into like how long are we going to pay attention to previous negative comments?
Yeah.
Because the one post that we did about it was the U.S. aid cuts create dire threat. If you look at those comments, there's still some from like 4 hours ago or 8 hours ago. Why must we depend on America to survive? We don't need it.
Hmm.
Things of that nature. Again, of course, people saying like, oh, it's all made up. There's no disease in Ghana, whatever, 2 days ago. So how long should we look back on negative comments, or we should just let it die? I don't know what the thought, Elaina, Ben, thoughts on that?
Yeah. So I think some of the comments were coming as a result of the boosted posts. So many people having the chance to go through or coming across the post and just leaving a comment.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the rate at which the comments are coming have reduced as compared to last week,
Hmm.
how they used to troop in. So I don't know from CFO if the duration for the boosted ad has expired or is still running. Maybe that
Yeah,
would help us to evaluate. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good
Interesting.
question.
Good
Yeah,
point.
I would have to um, use my Facebook skills, which are very limited. But let me see if I can refresh this really quick. And now the title of this was
This one was.
let's see if I can get this reloaded here.
Already expired?
It probably wants me to. Yeah, I won't be able to do it now. Um,
Okay. Okay.
but
Yeah.
they never go more than 14 days, and I usually do them exactly on the day in which they're posted. So I don't know
Okay.
if we look at the day that was posted,
23rd.
the 23rd. So
Yeah,
it should be,
got another few days
yeah, 14 days. So that
till
would be
this Thursday.
till this Thursday, Benny. So that would be Thursday the 6th.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sure that is why we're getting that.
Okay.
But from my view, I would say that it's okay. We just have to um let that come.
Yeah.
And in the future, just as I said, some of those people that comments there, some actually follow. They would continue to see our events in the future, and probably that will change their mind. Not all, but it will be good for them to actually see the path we are going.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine. We just let it continue for that period.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Sounds good.
Good
Yeah.
input.
That's a good question
Yeah. Okay.
because it could go on forever, literally. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen people post on threads that are a year old.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So good question.
Thanks. Let's see. Media posted. We had talked in our Friday meeting about the report on the our new strategy, kind of like we felt, or I asked the question is like if that one USA, those USAID posts kind of brought us down to negative uh, information, and now we're trying to do, shift our focus into more positive, happy things as far as the upcoming events and recruiting individuals. And so I'm not sure why that was on the
Yeah.
agenda.
No, I guess it's just, I'm sorry. Are you here?
No, are we seeing a shift in engagement since we
Oh,
focused
yeah.
again on
Yeah. I guess that question goes to Benny is that on the non US aid post, are you seeing positive comments or are you still seeing negative comments that are maybe carrying over since the US aid?
We've not had any negative comments
Okay.
after the US aid post. The post we made was about the Tamale event.
Hmm.
We've not had any negative comments, though not so much of positive comments, but we have other people who have even shared it on their profiles. So that means that is welcoming to them.
Great.
Yeah, but not a single negative comment there yet.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
So while and I think to Luke's point yesterday or last week was that all attention is good attention, and I think that this may be a strategy that we use going forward. Is that with these research papers, we know we're going to take a bit of a negative hit, but it might cause some people to think and evaluate and follow. And then the key is I think Abbie just pointed out and Benny confirmed is that these latest posts do remain positive then. So it's all positive for the whole quarter. And then one time we hit something that's controversial, take a little bit of a negative hit, but then we go right back to positive. And so maybe this is a way that we can address sensitive issues in a data based way because there are people who looked at the article and actually did read it and did learn something. So rather than just ignoring difficult topics, I think what Benny is saying and is now that we're moved back to a positive light. So maybe it's just kind of when we shine a light on our image on our organization internationally, or at least in Ghana right now, is it looking positive or is it looking negative? And I think Benny has confirmed that it's shifted now back to looking positive. Does that make sense? And would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, sure. Looking positive now.
Good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, great.
Awesome. And then for some team action items for Salam and Ben, the Project 75 newsletter gathering, confirming the final plan and the tools ready for the email capture at the event. So just wanted to
Uh,
go review that plan.
Yes. So I think we've been thinking of it. I was thinking that though the QR code is not so common here, but we could still give it a try. Maybe we could print one,
Ah,
those that would have challenges scanning it there to input. That is where we come with people to assist them. Yeah, so for
Yeah,
all we know, there might be some who are a bit used to the system and they could easily scan the code directly to sign up to the newsletter. So we could have that in addition to the method of helping them manually input or sign up the form.
yeah. Benny, do you want to modify the Canva image because you instead of just putting a QR code, maybe we just print that beautiful image that you laid out and just add the QR code and then let people know you can sign up by scanning the QR code.
Yes. So I think adding a little bit of information to the code will help it to make it more professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you think that is that something that you want to do? My question is, do you have
Who's going to generate the QR code?
yeah, who's going to generate the QR code and what's best? I think it's best if you do it, Benny, because you've already laid out the image and everything. But if you need help with that, let me know.
Okay, sure, sure. So do we have it on the flyer for the event? Do we have the QR code added there? Is
It,
that
it would
the
be,
suggestion?
yeah, I think it should be there. I don't know that it
Okay.
is, but when you put the URL for the QR code, make sure you use the newsletter one, so it takes them directly to it.
Yes, sure, sure.
Um, if you look at the image that was highlighted on Facebook, that image does not have the QR code. But that's
Yes.
something that you could add to that image, you think?
Yeah, I could easily add a QR code.
Okay. And then maybe we
And
can print a few of those and just have them on some of the tables when people enter, asking them if they know what to scan and sign up, or if not, helping them.
okay, sure. Yeah. So
Kind
I,
of,
I think aside the general flyer, it will actually be good having it on the tables as well.
yeah.
Those wouldn't be so big as the general flyer we would be printing out. So each table people could easily scan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. However you think it will work best. If you want to generate a different flyer that just has 3 words like "scan me,"
I'm
or
thinking about cost of printing and stuff too. If this is a lot of color.
yeah, it might be expensive. Yeah, whatever you guys decide, I'm gonna defer that to you, Benny, unless you have questions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll look at that and
Okay.
see the best one we could use here.
Yeah, and then let me know if you need help with the QR code generation or any of the URL stuff. Sometimes it's best to put the QR code and then directly below it, put the actual URL that's in the
Right.
QR code.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
Because
think
sometimes
that's
the
a good one.
phone, because they'll type in the URL and maybe if they don't know what to do with the QR code.
Yeah. Sure.
And then this can be presented to the people entering as like almost like a pre-registration kind of thing. So
Okay.
if the line forms, maybe this could be very early on in the line forming. So people could be welcoming, they could be asking them to scan the QR code, or maybe even teaching them because will happen at future events, or helping them get registered. I think that's maybe something like a pre-registration task that could be on some tables and maybe some people helping out with that.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. And something else we discussed in our Friday meeting with Ben and Salam is that we are offering for them to get immunizations for typhoid and hepatitis and anything else that they need, like medications.
Yeah, I think that we haven't really made it a formal policy. So I think it's for immunizations, whether that's yellow fever or typhoid or hepatitis, we're going to financially reimburse for those. Now, medical expenses of ongoing treatments that won't be covered, but the vaccinations for those illnesses will be covered and should be submitted on their monthly expense invoices. So we're grateful to be able to do that because they're their health is directly related to our well-being and furthering our mission. So we're grateful to be able to do that as an organization, and we look forward to them and everyone being fully immunized. Immunized, yes. So that's a good thing that we should celebrate, and I hope that Benny and Salam take advantage of that.
Sure. Wonderful. New project policy. I don't know if it's a new policy or just kind of a check-in. Just kind of reconfirming that all projects must include a budget with overhead labor markup and must be approved by Abbie and Kevin before any numbers are shared with those individuals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So this came up just really quick, is that this came up where there was some numbers that were generated and we didn't get to review them. And we just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So in the future going forward, if anybody's coming up with a project, and they're just even if it's in the very initial stages, like if Elaina were doing a project, Daniel were doing a project, Luke, myself, Abbie, please get the budget together and review that with us first, so that we can give approval from the financial side and make sure that it matches what it is we're supposed to be doing as an organization. And I think it's important to do it early so that we manage those expectations. There are opportunities that we may be able to enhance or do more, and there may be times that we need to pull back. So best to run those numbers by both of us before discussing any numbers outside of the organization.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And this kind of leads into our last agenda topic, was that we were in New Orleans over the weekend, and we happened to go to a place. We were looking for beignets, and that's a kind of a unique food in New Orleans, and we found what was advertised as gluten-free beignets. And so we went into this store, and it was Calas Cafe, Calas. I think I might be pronouncing it right. But it's basically, the gentleman told us the story of it, and it is from those individuals that were enslaved in Africa. Once they came over to the States, it was like a street food that they began to prepare and to sell to make money so that they can buy themselves out of slavery. And so it's rice based. It was a delicious little deep fried treat in coconut oil. And we happened to be talking to the individual, and he told us about the story and how it was in New Orleans, but it's kind of died down, and he's wanting to, New Orleans has a lot of food culture, rich culture, and their history, and so he's been trying to kind of ignite the excitement about this Calas.
Yeah, I think it's called Calas. Yeah, Benny or Salam, do you guys know of this food? It's like a rice cake that's fried.
Yes.
Do you know of this?
Yes, it's very nice. So in Ghana we have different names for it, from depending on the region or the tribe.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Here we call it paklo.
Okay.
It's like broken or grinded rice,
Mm-hmm.
and they make it in balls and fry it.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. And essentially this food was these individuals, as Abbie said, basically when they were enslaved and brought to the Americas, these individuals were able to buy their freedom. There was a clause in Spanish law that allowed individuals to buy their freedom if they were enslaved. And so these individuals would sell this street food, the Calas, and they would be able to earn, they use that money to essentially buy their freedom. And so we felt it was an extremely powerful story. It's great that you guys know of this. And Benny, you're aware of it as well?
Yeah. It's a common food here.
Okay. And
so in talking with this individual, we could see his passion, his energy, the story. And we've kind of talked to him about it, like what has he done in the past to get the word out? And he has done some programs in schools to where kind of, he was talking about the food deserts, how it was a long conversation. But anyways, he went into some schools and kind of did like a grocery shopping thing with the children to where they could buy produce. And he found time and time again when the children were given these market money and were able to shop for the fresh produce that he brought in, they came home with bags and bags of produce, and they didn't necessarily buy the sweet things like the cupcakes and things like that. And so we thought, well, hey, can we do, or are you interested in doing a similar type of thing with this callus dish, going into a school, explaining the history behind it, discussing it, and then making it for the children. They can take it home and then also have the recipe. And he said, absolutely, I know exactly of a place that we can, low income. We discussed all of that. So after we head to North Carolina on our way back west, then we talked to him maybe in a few weeks. We'll come back by through and do a type of giving event in one of the schools. And so it's in the early stages because, again, we just met the individual yesterday, and some planning and logistics obviously has to be done. But it's just something that's on the radar for us.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be brought in as a program assistant or anything like that at this point. He would just be essentially a facilitator on the ground. It would be a project that Abbie would take on or I would take on to execute. But it's really important because in the U.S., we have some individuals who are trying to rewrite history. And it's important that stories like his be told not only to Black or African American individuals, but also to people who live in this country who come from Europe or have European heritage. And so New Orleans is a great melting pot of people, and there's a lot of rich culture there. And this food is a way that we can inspire the youth to not only learn of their heritage and their culture so they can preserve it and not be ashamed of it and not let it be suppressed, the fact that slavery did happen, because there are some who are saying that it's not, rewriting textbooks, etc. And so this will give us a way not only to do that, but also drive home nutritional value of these individual foods, the value in it, and then also help with food insecurity in the area. And there are some areas that are very impoverished.
Because we had also talked about handing out a grocery store gift card as well at the event to the children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're not sure what it looks like. We're just like in the very initial stages, but we both identified the individual as having exceptional passion and very educated and very knowledgeable in the community, very well liked in the community, and had contacts to senators.
While we were there, a senator came in to get a dish from him.
So. Yeah, and to get coffee, because he makes coffee really good as well, and blah, 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 blah. But he's very connected in the community, and we felt that this could be another area in the future that we're able to leverage his expertise in the community to do more giving events. So, so we'll maybe look more into that. We'll keep everyone posted.
I'm wondering if doing that event, if we could get local media coverage. Does that?
It could be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, local media coverage for that is a good point. That could help us with the Wikipedia and absolutely. So, yeah, that could be something that we put on our radar that we really hadn't looked at in the past, is trying to get that kind of coverage. And I think the coverage is interesting because there are times that we want to be known in the community as doing something good, and then there's the act of randomness, right? And so I think those two don't go real well together as far as random acts and media. Media likes to know, I'm going to be here on this date, come cover the story. That's a little different than doing random acts of kindness and the media not being anywhere around, or anyone else for that matter. So I think that, that's a good point, and that could be a media outlet opportunity for us. Just really quick, I want to hear everyone's thoughts on that potential project. Daniel, your thoughts?
I think it sounds like a good project. We should definitely pursue it.
Yeah. Have you heard of the food, or do you know of the food we're talking about?
No.
Interesting. Okay. And so, Benny, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting project that we could have a look at because I know of the food, but up to now, this story I have never come across the connection of that type of food to this story. So I think it would be interesting
Yeah.
having the project done. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that interesting part of it could really inspire someone like yourself or Elaina to write a nice blog post about it and help spread that message on how this food was essentially how individuals were able to buy their freedom from the country of Spain. And he also mentioned that the only reason that rice is grown in Louisiana, which this state is the state that we're referring to is Louisiana, and the city is New Orleans. And so he said the only reason that rice is grown there is because of the enslaved Africans that were brought there. That was what they knew how to do, and they began cultivating and teaching people in this country at the time how to grow rice here in the United States. So I thought that was interesting as well.
And another part of the history is that Louisiana used to be owned by Spain.
Right.
And so that's how the Spain Louisiana US connection is. But,
right.
Okay.
And Elaina, do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds like a great plan.
Okay, great. Great. And Salam, any thoughts?
I think it's a very good project. You should eat some and keep the taste in mind, so that when you are in Ghana, we get you the original version to also eat and see.
I would love that. I would love that because these were delicious. I mean, I had 2 orders and they were so good. They were so good. So when I come to Ghana, I want to taste the original ones and get a recipe from you
Yes, yes.
so I can make it at my house.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing that was a connection here is that because New Orleans has a large African population, we also felt that in communicating with this individual, it might be an outlet to recruit individuals to come travel with us in April. And so that we saw that as another opportunity with this individual who was really connected in the community with individuals that go all the way up to senators, obviously. And he could possibly help us promote the travel to Ghana in April. So now I don't know if that's going to materialize, but that was another avenue that this individual could provide value to the organization, and we could provide value to his community. So yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, last thing on the agenda, I think it got left off for whatever reason, but an action item for me is with the April travel coming up, I need to post to the WhatsApp groups the Ghana visa link as well as kind of sure up. I posted the agenda and the itinerary, and I just need to sure up individuals that are going, that kind of moving from the thinking about going to the confirmation group, and work with those individuals to continue on to get their visa, the immunizations, and get all that information out to them. So that's something that I need to work on.
Yeah, perfect. And that's really important. And so I think Ben and Salam, I don't know if you've reviewed that latest document that was posted out there, but if you could simply post kudos or some niceties that you agree you've seen it out there in the travel group, that would be excellent, because then we'll make sure that everyone knows that it's not something that Abbie and I just created, but in fact that our contacts on the ground also believe is doable and what you're expecting as far as the budget goes, but also as the itinerary.
And maybe that you're looking forward to being, hosting us and having us come and stuff.
Yeah.
April maybe.
Oh yeah, sure. I think yeah, we'll do that. I only give a thumbs up to the post, but I'll go and put up a comment again. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you, Benny.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Okay, great. Thank you, Salam, for doing that. And yeah, so we're still trying to recruit for that. And once that's all good, we plan on sending it to some others and start moving people into the confirming group so that we can start with visas and immunizations. Perfect.
All right. That's all I had for the agenda. You? I know we're a bit over.
Yeah, that's all I had. We had a lot to cover. I don't have anything more.
Salam, do you have anything?
Nope.
Hey, Daniel?
Nope.
Elaina?
Oh,
All right, and Ben.
No.
All right,
Great.
thanks again for
Just one more comment in that from now on, just know the meeting in the Google Calendar will always be right. So it's going to change again back to the right time next week. We got this week wrong. And Salam and Benny, so you know Friday's meeting has been adjusted as well. So it will be at your normal 5 o'clock time.
All right, sure.
All
Noted.
right, well
Mm.
noted.
Okay, great.
okay.
Everyone have a good rest of your day or evening, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you all.
All right.
Okay, bye
Yeah,
bye.
thank
Bye.
you all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hold on.